afternoon, all the viewers. This is Sanjay Sambui from SHA Infotech Pvt Limited. We are into database administrator, we are into data science and cloud solution. And we have got a training wing, that is SHA Data University, where we give training to all those professionals who are interested to build their career in these technologies like database or cloud solution or data science. Okay, so without wasting time, let's start our today's session, Python for data science. And one more request to all of you, just subscribe our channel and share the video for the next sessions. There will be creating a series of Python for data science. Okay, let's start for the session. What we learned today, we learned last time we have installed Anaconda. Now today we are going to start with Jupyter Notepad, and then we'll start with basics of Python, and after that we will check on this advanced topic like how we can set virtual environment in Anaconda. So let's start. So now last time all of you have installed Anaconda. So in the start menu, if I type Anaconda, then we'll be getting two menus like Anaconda Anaconda Navigator and Anaconda Prompt. So we'll start with Anaconda Navigator. It's the same problem with my mouse. Anywhere to fix it out. One important thing is that if you are using Internet Explorer, it will not work. It will work on Google Chrome or Firefox, Opera, all this stuff. Microsoft Edge, you can work with. In fact, I will do with Microsoft Edge only. So when I try, it will, because my default browser is Microsoft Edge. So you first select to make the Chrome. If you don't have Microsoft Edge, then you must create Google Chrome as your default browser. It will take time a little bit because lots of libraries are started loading now. Yeah, you will get a screen like this. Now in this screen, you will have many IDEs, but I will use Jupyter. Then click on Launch. When you click on Launch, it will open up the browser. started loading. Yeah, it should now load. Yes, it means later. Actually, sorry. Jupiter. I click on Jupiter. I don't know why it is opening this spider. Click on launch. I don't know why it's opening spider and all. Now click on Jupiter launch. I don't need this, so I just close this. I don't require this. This. Okay, there is another way also. Like I don't know why it's not working for me. So the other way is you can go to command prompt like CMD. I just close this one. Okay, CMD, and then I can type Jupyter Notebook. It will take some time, but it will, yeah. Okay. So this will open my default browser. Yeah. You will get a screen like this. Now, this will have all the folders that you have in your PC right now, but we need to create, I want to create a notepad file where we can start typing our Python codes. So just click on new and then Python 3. So you will get a screen like this. My laptop is a bit slow, so yeah. You will get a screen like this. Now, as earlier I said, Python is very easy language coding as far as syntax and coding is concerned. Okay. So now I want to print something. So to print anything, you can type print, then within parentheses, you can type say within single quote you can type hello. No, this is a one line code I have written. Now I have to execute this. So to execute, you can click on run. This will execute the or show you the output. So just click on run. See, this is my output. Now another way, suppose I want to print within parentheses, if I type 1 plus 1. Now this time, instead of clicking on run, because every time clicking by holding mouse and all, we programmer don't like it. So we can use keyboard also. So you can type shift plus enter. If you type shift plus enter, you will get the output. Now see the difference between the first line and the second line. In first line, I have written hello world, that too within a single quote. And in second line, I have written 1 plus 1. It's given me output of 2. Now again, if I type print within parentheses, if I type within single quote, if I type 1 plus 1, now the output will be 1 plus 1 only. Yeah. Why? Because Python is intelligent enough to understand which one is a string and which is a numeric data type. So data type will be coming on later on. Okay, so this way we can print the output. Now another thing, suppose I need to have suppose I want to print something, suppose I need to ask you what is your father's name. No, in father's today's topic is Python. So if I type, say, within single quote, y, and then today's topic is Python. Now if I press shift enter, it will give me an error. See? Why? Because system understood that okay, you have started your parenthesis from beginning and you end it at after y. So this portion is treated as nothing. So this is given an error, or they have treated this as a variable. So there is no variable, so it's given an error. Now another thing, like shift enter is for executing the program. Now if I want to go up cell, so I can use alt enter. It will create a cell above the current cell. So now if I want to display the same thing, then I can give print within parentheses. I have to use double quote. Now if I write topic, now if I press shift enter, it will give me the output as I was expecting. Now again, there There might be a string which may require, which may need double quote and a single quote in between the strings. So in that case, again, sorry, in that case, I can give print within parentheses. You can use triple quote, that is, now today's topic is, within double quote I can type double quote close, and obviously I need to close all the three. Now if I enter, if I execute the program, it will give me error. Why? Okay. Okay. Actually, the code as I missed about print. There I need to put 3. Y, then start with S. Today's topic is, within this double quote I write Python, and then I need to close this one. Now if I execute this, then also it's giving me error. Why? Just check. Print. One, two, three times. Then I type today. Topic delete this double quote Python, and then I complete this triple quote. Missing one parenthesis. Why? Python. Data science. Okay. This should work. Yeah. So basically, this with by using three inverted commas, we can have multiple quotes as well as multiple lines. Okay. Previously, I was, I think, making some mistake with the quotes, so that's why it was not running. But now it is good. Okay. So this is how we can print different, like now if I just give, since it is Python 3, so if I type 1 divided by 2, it should give me an output as 0.5, but this was not there in version 2. Okay. And one more thing, will come to this again. Now suppose you want to you want to comment, a line. You can do it. Suppose I write here print this will, I want this as a comment. So in that case, you can click on this code and select this. So now you will find this is a comment. It will not execute. If you try to execute it, it will not execute. It's just a command. Now again, it's my input, so I just give print hello world, and then if I press shift enter, it will give a output. And the first line is basically a comment line. You can type as many as lines you want as a comment line. No. And again, if I need to change that, so I can do it by changing the drop down to code. I can do it again. So this flexibility Jupyter is having. No. Okay. So these are the basic. Okay, now another important thing. Suppose we are using a loop that we will be using later on, like for loop, while loop, and somehow or rather you got into infinite loop. So you need to restart the Python by clicking on kernel and then restart. this will restart the Python and will allow you, or whatever loop that is going in infinite, it will end that program. Okay. So we are just touching the basic of Python today because many of you are new to this Python and from a different background also, don't have even done a single line coding. For those, we are giving them this sessions. Okay. So now, suppose I just have a command prompt and I want to check whether I have installed Python or not. I can execute this Python in command line also, like you have to type Python and then enter. You will get a Python prompt. Here also, if you type print and enter, it will print the output. And if I try print, then say 1 plus 22, it will give me the output as sum of this. Okay, the same thing I can use here also. Now, you have to type in the comment, like what is the difference between I'm using Jupyter Notebook as well as in command prompt. The same thing I have shown you here also and then shown in Jupyter also. So, what is the difference? You can type in a comment, and also if you have got any questions related to Python, you can put it in the comments. I will answer it. Now, how can I quit from here? Quit. Okay, so I can quit from this. I can use Control Z to quit. Now, another thing. Last day also, I told you that, okay, while we are using Anaconda, we can make virtual environment. Now, what do we actually mean by virtual environment? Virtual environment means, suppose I'm having a project in Python 2.7, and another project I got that I have to put in say 3.5. So now I can use the virtual environment to separate this project, and also I can have multiple libraries that I may install in different virtual environments. So to create a virtual environment, I can use this command Anaconda create, then space hyphen name, then I have to give a name to the environment. Say I give SHA. Okay. And what all, say, packages that I need to install in this particular environment. Say I just want to install NumPy. Okay, it's a library that we will be learning in later on. So if I press enter, it will start creating the environment. Okay, for Python, for Jupyter, we don't need to be connected to internet. Okay, now here we have to put yes, so that system can understand. Okay, you need to create the environment. So yes, there's a confirmation. Okay, so taking a little bit time. I think you all are familiar with the DOS commands. So if not, then what you need to, because you will be needing this command. So I just open my another command prompt, and to create a directory, so we use mkdir, then the folder name, that is, say, if I give test, it will create a folder name. Now I need to check what all files and folders I have in my this SHA drive. So if I want to check, then we have to give command dir. In Mac or Linux, it is ls. Okay. So see, this is the directory I have created just now. It's a directory test. So if I want to move to this directory, there is change directory, change test. So I'm in our test directory. If I want to move to one step upward, then again cd space dot dot. So I was in here. Okay, I think my virtual environment has created. Okay, so my virtual environment is created. The name of this virtual environment is SHA. Two. Now, if I again move to Python, if I go to Python, see, this is I'm in the base environment now. So if I type import numpy as np, this basically I'm importing a library into my project. So if I type, it's okay. That means now it's imported. Again, if I can import, there is another version, say, yes, no, is That means there is no error. The libraries have been imported in my project. So I just come out of this, and now I want to go to my SHA environment. So to go to environment, I need to activate activate SHA. See, the SHA environment is activated. You will find the environment name just before the command prompt. So now if I go to Python, the same thing, if I import numpy as say same np, it is imported. Now if I type import, then if I give pandas, this will give error because this library is not there in the environment. Because when I have created with numpy library only. Okay. So this is a different environment. So I just come out of this, and now if I want to move to my base environment, so just under deactivate. Now I'm into my base environment. Again, see, this is also 3.9 version and this is also 3.5 version. So if I want, I can have a different version of Python. To create a different version of Python environment, I can use on the create then hyphen name, or I can put hyphen name, then the my environment name, say I give SHA data. Okay. Then I have to give the Python version, that is Python say is equal to, if I give 2. Say I need 2.7, and also I can add numpy as a library, or if I want, I can type Anaconda. It will have all the libraries or all the distribution of Anaconda. So suppose I just now for time being, I just put numpy. Then enter. So this will have a Python version 2.7. So whenever I need, I can work in 3. If a project needs 2.7 or 2, then I can move to this environment. Again, I have to confirm that, okay, I want to create this environment. So this will start again installing all the dependencies. So now today we are set with our Python as well as IDE, that is Jupyter. So from tomorrow we can start the coding in Python. Like how to code, we will start basically basics of Python. So let me complete this. If you have any questions related to what we have done till now, you can put it in the comment. I will reply it. Okay, so now if I want to move to my, as you have seen, I have got 3 versions of Python. Now I want to go to SHA data. Now I'm into SHA data environment. So if I type here Python, see, this is the version I'm having. So this is the in this environment having Python version 2.0, and also I should be able to import NumPy. Okay. Now, as I said earlier, like in C, we can use 1 divided by 2 as the output. Now, here we are getting output as 0, but in 3, we are getting 0.5. Now, why this difference, how this comes, that we will learn in our later sessions. So again, if I want to move to my base environment, so I just do that key. Okay, so I have moved to my base environment. So that's it for today. Hope you have enjoyed learning something new. If you have any question, you can put it in the comment and subscribe to our channel and share it so that we can move to, or we can reach to many people who are searching for database or data science or cloud solution as their career. So goodbye, stay tuned. We'll start another session of Python tomorrow.